Hello students, welcome to YouTube channel Vidya for Success. Dear students, in this video let us study the concept of algorithm. So what is algorithm? I mentioned earlier in the problem solving methodology. Yes, have considered this particular name. So while designing the solution for a given problem, complex problem, we will be designing the solution using algorithm and flowchart. So what is the algorithm? So algorithm basically is a representation of a solution. So how are you going to represent the solution then? So instead of representing the solution in a complex way, the solution is represented in a simple steps. So what is algorithm then? It is a step-by-step representation of a given problem. So what is algorithm? An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve a given problem. Why we have to represent this in step-by-step procedure? The reason here is if you represent the solution in a step-by-step sequence of procedures, then it will be easy for us to convert these algorithm or step-by-step instructions into a respective program using any programming language. And also not only that, if the solution is represented in terms of sequence of steps, then it will be easy for a person to understand. That's why algorithm is having a paramount importance in the field of programming. Take the case of Google. Google has developed a lot of beautiful algorithms using which we the users can find or search any of the information in the search engine, that is Google. So because of the beautiful algorithms developed by the Google or maybe for Facebook, the searching has improved. Within a matter of seconds, we can find out any of the information in a huge pile of data. So that's why algorithms are very important. Then who is the father, or else you can who can say that who developed this particular algorithm concept? So in 9th century, an Arab mathematician by the name Al-Khwarizmi developed this particular concept of algorithm. So algorithm is not a new concept. It was developed in the olden days, that is in 9th century itself. So what is algorithm? Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve a given problem. Now let us understand what are the different characteristics or essential things that need to be there in any algorithm. So what first characteristic is every step of an algorithm should perform a single task. As I mentioned you earlier, algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. So an algorithm for finding sum of two numbers or to find out which is the factorial of a given number, we may be writing algorithm. Algorithm may have any number of steps, but each step within the algorithm should perform a single task. A second characteristic is ambiguity should not be included at any stage in an algorithm. So algorithm will be having multiple steps. But in any of the steps or in any of the constructs, we should not go with creating confusion, nothing but ambiguity. So ambiguity should not be present at any stage within an algorithm. And the third characteristic is an algorithm should involve a finite number of steps to arrive at a solution. So if there is a given problem, complex problem, yes, we can find the solution. The solution may be arrived at different steps. For example, in order to find a factorial of a given number, algorithm can be written in just in 4 steps, or it may take 10 steps. But here number of steps are not important. We have to come up at a particular solution, but in arriving at a solution we have to go with only finite number of steps. We cannot say that there are infinite number of steps. Always we should consider only a finite number of steps. And the fourth characteristic is Simple statements and structures should be used in the development of algorithm. Why this particular characteristic? Because algorithm will be referred or it will be used by a different set of programmers. So in order to convert this algorithm to a coding, to a program, first of all the algorithm need to be very simple and you have to use simple structures there so that the developer can understand each and every algorithm and he can fine-tunely convert it into a program. That's why simple steps and structures should be used in development of the algorithm. Next, every algorithm should lead to a unique solution of the program. We may be writing an algorithm to find whether a given number is a prime number or not, to check whether a number is prime number or not. In that case, any number of person can attempt for this algorithm. Everyone should get a unique answer, a same answer. But we can consider any number of steps. That's not a problem. I can find a solution in only 2 steps, but you can find a solution in 100 steps. That's not an issue. But we should get a unique solution of the problem. That's another important characteristics. The next, last and final characteristic is an algorithm should have the capability to handle unexpected situations which might arise during the solution of a problem. What is that unexpected situation? For example, let us say we are attempting to divide a number by 0. Is it possible? No, not at all. So in case if such situation arises, then our algorithm should have the capability, should have necessary steps to handle such unexpected situations. So these are the characteristics of an algorithm. Now let us solve some of the algorithm. Let us write down some of the algorithms. The first algorithm here is to find area of a triangle. So already I told you what is an algorithm? It is a step-by-step procedure. So let us consider the first step. So what is step 1? Just we are starting the procedure of writing the algorithm. So step 1 is start. Next, second step, step 2. In order to find area of a triangle, what we need? We have to consider height and base of the triangle. Nothing but we should ask the user what is the height, what is the base. So we need to input the data. So that's why the second step is input height and base. Once we know the height and base, the next step, of course, it will be to compute the area. So step 3 is compute area. What is area? Area is equivalent to half into base into height. Step 4 will be displaying the area, because we were trying to find area of a triangle. So what the user is expecting from us, he wants to display the result. So we are trying to display the area in step 4. Followed by step 5. After displaying the area, nothing else is need to be done here. So we will be stopping the procedure of writing the algorithm. So step 5, stop. So this is the algorithm to find area of a triangle. Now let me consider one more example. So here we are writing an algorithm to calculate the simple interest. Step 1, as usual, will be starting the procedure. Step 2, we need certain values, input values, in order to calculate the simple interest. What all values are required? We need simple interest, we need time, and we need to know what is the rate of interest. So input P stands for principal, T stands for time, and R stands for rate of interest. Step 3, now let us go for computation. Simple interest SI is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Followed by the step 4, we will be displaying the simple interest. Display SI. Followed by step 5, stop. So this is the algorithm to calculate simple interest. So here, in order to calculate simple interest, there are 5 steps. It's not necessary I should consider only 5 steps. I can even go with only 3 steps. Or I can consider 10 steps. But each and every algorithm should Next, algorithm to find the average of four numbers. So we are trying to find what is the average of four numbers. Let us say four subject marks. So step 1, as usual, start. Step 2, input A, B, C and D. Let us say these are the four numbers. A is representing the first number, B is representing the second number, C representing the third number and D is representing the fourth number. Step 3, we have to head out for computation. So average is equivalent to A plus B plus C whole divided by 4. We will be knowing what is the average now. So in step 4, let us display the average, followed by which step 5, stop. Next, now let us find the largest of three numbers. So there are three numbers. Out of three numbers, we will be finding which is the largest. Step 1, start. Followed by that, step 2, in order to find largest of three numbers, first of all, we should get three numbers. So input A, B and C. So A, B and C are representing three numbers. Step 3, so how to find largest of three numbers? So let us go with an assumption. Let us assume that A is the largest. So large is equal to A. That is our assumption. So in step 3, we have gone with the assumption. What is the assumption? Large is equal to A. Next, in step 4, now we have to compare the remaining two numbers, that is B and C. For comparing, we will be using a particular structure called if condition. If B greater than large, so we are comparing two numbers now. Already in the large, we have stored the value of A, but now we are comparing A and B now. Okay, so if B greater than large, so obviously there will be a new large value. What is the large value? Then large is equal to B. Step 5, if now in the beginning step 3 and step 4 we have compared only two numbers, that is A and B. Now we will accommodate the third number, that is C. If C greater than large, then large is equal to C. Last, step 6, we need to output which is the largest element. So display large, followed by last step, step 7, stop. So in this algorithm, we have used a structure called if. We have used if structure. Okay. So before that, we have gone with the assumption. We assume that the first number is the largest number. With that assumption, we compare with the remaining elements, that is B and C. So if B is greater than large, then we have to consider a new large value. On the other hand, in case if C is greater than large, once again we need to consider a new large value, that is the C. At last, we will be displaying which is the largest value. So this is how we will be developing algorithm. So in this video, we have studied what is meant by an algorithm and how to develop an algorithm. Thank you.